Just going to see if anybody jumps in. If not, it's going to be a very short live, actually, because I'm just sat here in Pennsylvania. It's been a hot day. Oh my God, has it been hot? It's pretty warm here, isn't it? Actually, what is the temperature? Oh my God, 31 degrees still here, British, 31 Celsius, 92 Fahrenheit. That's hot. What does I want to do? I'm gonna. Hey, Jamie. Good to see you. I don't know if anybody's going to jump in, Jamie. So I'm just going to see how it goes. I'm just sat here bored. So I was going to do myself something to eat, but it's too flipping hot. I can't eat food when it's hot, and it's been crazy hot today. It's been mid-30s everywhere, and it's still 30 degrees now, and yet it's bloody. What is the time? It is like 20 to 8 in the evening here. Oh, that's not so good. Yeah. Yeah, you know it. Big up the British. No, I mean, YouTube seemed very quiet, so I don't know if any other lives are on, but as most know, I don't follow a lot of lives. I generally stay. Oh, bugger the sun. Oh, I'm getting this. I'm gonna have a cold drink. I've drunk so much bloody cold drinks today. Just trying to stay hydrated. But hopefully everybody's had a goodish day as far as it can go. Whether you're across the pond in England or whether you're here in the US. Yeah, so we decided to put that video out earlier on. But you jumped on it anyway, Jamie, yesterday because you said about the hashtags. Yeah, I'm parked here till tomorrow morning. I got really, yeah, I've got to do some 2-hour testing here tomorrow morning, kicking off at 7 o'clock. Then once that's done, then I can go and get this next trailer and go up to where am I going? Virginia. Then back here, then back out to. I thought it was my last Michigan one. It's not. I've got to do another Michigan one after this. Then I'm going south, going down to Charlotte, North Carolina, across to South Carolina, then across to Atlanta, then down to Dallas, Texas. Then I've got one coming out of Houston. Houston back up to where am I going then? Houston back up to Ohio. No, she's good as gold. We've just been very discreet because it doesn't pay to be it doesn't pay to get stuff out there, you know, and we are very similar people, so we share a lot, you know what I mean. So, but yeah, it's been going on a long time, but she is coming over here in the next few weeks. Not short time festival, but that way then we're just flip between the two countries, which should be good. And we got different. Take my spanner because I don't like you anymore. Okay. Hey, Tufa. How you doing? Yeah, yeah, Robert, I got your email the other day as well, you Wally. I don't know what the heck that was all about. I don't know whether you'd been drinking or something. Oh, you're this, you're that, you're blocked. I thought, oh, okay. I hadn't even seen you for like months. Because I just don't go on. I just don't go on a lot of channels. I just go on Society X, Torbs, and JJ's channel because I can't be dealing with the crap. It's boring, boring to me. And I know the ones you go on, and I don't want to go on that. Not James. I mean, because James was in here the other day. Hey, Paul. Yeah, James Best was in here the other day. Where was it? A few days back, I did a live in the morning, my time. It would have been, yeah, about 11ish US. So it would have been about 4 o'clock in the afternoon British. But we're just going to start doing some different vids as well, like not just tanker stuff, but stuff around what's going on all around us. Traveling, that would be the one. Hey, Marisi, good to see you. Oh, hold on. How does moderator? Marisi, just to let you know, everybody gets a spanner in this, but all you ladies get the big spanners, so the blokes can't give you any aggro. Otherwise, you can kick them. So, but good to see Marisi. Hope you're well. Hey, Mark from Ireland. Big up the Irish. Let's put you as a standard one a minute. Yeah, hope you've been doing well, Marisi. I haven't seen you much, but then there again, you're like me. You don't go on a lot of channels because I think it's just not worth the aggro. But big up the Londoners. You got to watch because you got Robert the Northern Tosser in here. Oh, Paul, yeah. So you got Paul and Mark is So we've got 2 Irishmen in here. There's a lot of drivers out. This is one of their OCs. OCs as in operating center. So you've got like a bunch of company drivers here. All these white trucks are company trucks. And there's a load behind us. I don't know if you can see it in this. Yeah, there's a lot here. And then we got ones up the top there. And that's the workshop for this place. That's, oh, I'm trying to do my fingers. That little building, you can see that like pinky colored one. And under that roof is where they do all the training. There's like 2 trucks there and tanks and stuff. This is where I learned years ago. Yonks, absolute yonks ago. I was supposed to go to Texas to learn, but they had flooding like they normally do. So I ended up being flown from Atlanta down to Florida, then Florida up to Pittsburgh, up to the airport here. And then, yeah, history. 2 years, cool, bloody hell, 2 weeks. 2 weeks in that classroom in that one. There's 2 classrooms there. So you got to do a lot of like computer stuff, paperwork, junk like that. Then they train you on that. Then you get, once you've done your 2-week orientation here, the people that survive it, there's normally about 15 in a class, 10 or 15 in a class, and normally about 3 or 4 pass. And unfortunately, the others don't. Then you go out with a trainer for 2 weeks, which we went out. There was me and another guy based out of Atlanta. We actually stayed in a hotel because the trainer was a day driver, so he had one of can't show you actually. He had a day cab. I would show you, but there's not one here. These trucks are all sleepers. Hey Vanda, how you doing? But pooped up. You got one too many O's in there. Even though I'm 60, yeah, you're an old git, Robert. Just deal with it. Actually, there's a day cab behind that truck you're looking at. I'm going to listen in the background, getting sleepy. Oh no, am I that boring that you're falling asleep? No, that truck in front is a sleeper like mine, but the truck behind it I can see is the day cab. So it's but good. I appreciate you coming in, Maurice. Appreciate it very much. Thank you. But yeah, you can't sleep in a day. Well, you could sleep in a day cab, I suppose, if you wanted to sleep across the bloody seats, but that would be uncomfortable. But because he was a day driver, we had to stay in a hotel. Hey, Ice Chain. Yeah, so we spent 2 weeks in a hotel, and I think we went out with this guy maybe 4 or 5 times. That was about it. Then they let me loose as a company driver for 6 months which I just wanted to be a contractor. I don't like to be told what to do. Too many years working for myself in England, it was very difficult to be told what to do, you know? So then I just done this, and now I've been doing this for God. This November be 9 years I've been a contractor with this company. I was talking to a guy earlier on who said, oh, so Mark, who have you been sagging after? What? JJ? You don't even go on JJ's, I don't think. Do you? I've not seen you on there. No, I mean, I just don't go on those ones where you got like the gobby sods, because I can't be bothered with it. Had all this crap over Christmas where about 4 or 5 of them decided that I'm this weird person and all started this junk on me, and yet they don't even know me. Amazing, that, isn't it? That people seem to think they know you better than you know yourself. So that's why I just keep to myself, because I'm not a bad person. I don't understand why people have to try and make, or certain limited amount of people seem to have something to say about me. Because trust me, if you knew me, you'd know. So, wow, there's 15 people here. I appreciate everybody being here. If you could all hit the like button, as they say, that would be great. Because I did that live yesterday, but it just sat on my flipping phone without whirly circle in the middle. It just wouldn't load. I just deleted it because it kept going and going and going. Good night, Vander. Good to see you, though. Yeah, so it's still warm here. So I don't know. I was gonna, like I said, cook. I'm trying to just stay on steaks. It's carnival. But there was a guy talking. He come up by the side of me, a company trainer. Hey, T-Bone. T-Bone is an American truck driver. Robert would know that actually because of James Best. Yeah, and he turns out he wanted to talk to me, but we had our windows down. And when you got your windows down and you're sat there in nearly 100 degrees Fahrenheit, both end up sweating our bloody behinds off, you know? They got way too much. So I kept saying to him, well, I better go, because it was just boring. I need to start the truck. I can't just sit here. So he got the hint in the end and buggered off. I wasn't rude, but I was not going to sit there in the flipping heat. But I think later on, once it's cooled down, I'll go inside. I've got some washing to do just while I'm sat here. Might as well make the most of it. Then I'm going to go, I don't know, watch some more Netflix. Breaking Bad. I still keep trying to get through most of that. I keep bloody coming back to it. Flat Earther. Evening. But yeah, we've got this heat wave coming back now, so we got to. I don't know when this is going to end. Wow, there's a lot of company drivers here, because here comes another one. There must be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Bloody hell. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Wow, there's about 20 odd drivers here. I'm the only contractor. But this is what they used to do years ago. We would, like, on a weekend, you'd just be, all the drivers would be sat here. They would make you run and burn up your 70 hours between Monday to Friday and then make you sit for a 34-hour restart. Just so that they knew that they could use you to drive anywhere on the Monday. But that used to drive me bonkers. Hey, Bobby. Let's put you as a standard mod. Bobby, all you blokes are standard mods. All the ladies have got the bigger spanners, so don't give the ladies any grief. Because we don't want any aggro. Bobby, what does that say, though? Because Jamie's just read. How do you pronounce that? It's got nothing in relation to Bobby. Bobby's 007 as well, because he's got one of those DB5, isn't it? Is it DB5? No, it's just I see women get ripped apart on it, and it's not right, you know. So, I mean, we all do our own channels the way we do it, and yeah, you could all probably say, "Oh God, everybody," but I mean, everybody's entitled to an opinion on here. But I just see that some people get carried away with the ladies getting a little bit lippy. So by giving them a spanner, they can put you out of touch, you know, for a little while, just to stop you from being an arse. Oh yeah, Ice. Sorry, yeah, Ice. Why don't you stick to your normal thing? Because you lose me when you put flat earther. I don't know why you just don't use your normal thing. Because you're not blocked. Nobody's blocked. Well, no, there's a few people blocked. Ones I don't care for. So that. No longer like me. That's so. What are you talking about? Hey, Vlogs. How you doing, mate? Yeah, but surely you can change, still keep your name, rather than have to change it completely to Flat Earther. Um, remove that one. We don't need to be talking like that, Robert. I don't know what's going on with you. Just calm down, Robert. For Pete's sake. Oh, I just assumed it would allow you to just keep your name. I mean, if you, well, did you shut your channel or did YouTube shut your channel? But Vlogs, how you doing? Are you still doing the towing as such? I should imagine that's getting pretty crazy at the moment because the economy's not too smart here. I don't think it is. A lot of people say everything's fine. I really don't think it is actually. Oh, so you hidden it away. Okay. Yeah, Velox 18 is if you look back, we did the Great Freight Race. There was me, Velox 18, who instigated it all. Nomad Trucker, Trucking Together. Who else was there? Oh, hey Tolga, long time no speak. Tolga is from Turkey, but he's very much into some of our trucking channels here in the US. But he is from Tolga. You finished, Robert? Robert, chill out. Yeah, because Toga, I don't know, like James isn't doing much on his channel, certainly on here. I think he's still on that Rumble or whatever, but I don't follow anything else apart from YouTube. I'm just not big on this social media stuff, you know? But I've not seen James was in my live the other day, a few days back, but I've not seen him doing any lives. Is it warm in the US? You better believe it. It's like this is Pennsylvania and it's still it's 30 degrees and it's 8 o'clock at night. It's hot outside. It's humid. So I just got the truck running with just the air conditioning, but as soon as you switch this off, within a few minutes you can feel the heat. Or if you get outside, you can feel the heat, you know? Yeah, because I've not seen much of Wheel Burner. Again, like I said, I just don't follow a lot of I just don't follow a lot of people on YouTube. Just got tired of it all, you know, listening to the crap, you know. 90. Felix is 90 because all we do in England, you take 30 out and then you divide it by 2. That gives us the difference between Fahrenheit, which is US, and Celsius, which is British. And 30 to a British person at this time of night stuff melts us. We tend to just like fall through the cracks of the steps and stuff. We just melt. Christ, I've been here nearly 10 years and I still can't get you. This has been the hottest summer by a long shot. This has absolutely been the hottest summer. But it was also the coldest winter I've known. That's, you know, so we've gone from one extreme to the other, you know. So I remember, well, earlier on, I was down. We've got about 2 miles from here. There's a tank wash, and it was 100 and what was it? 108, 110. It was the equivalent to 40 degrees Celsius. I thought, oh my God. And when I parked up last night. I did a live last night, just in Ohio. As I crossed in Ohio, got to the truck stop and saw a parking spot. I thought, sod it, I'm just stopping because I didn't want to drive anymore. And I left there this morning like 5 o'clock, and I crossed into Michigan like 8 o'clock this morning, and there was signs all up like heat warnings. So it got very hot, and it like by 8 o'clock, I think it was raining in Michigan, but it was like 30 degrees, 32 degrees already at 8 o'clock in the morning with the rain. So it was like it felt like we were in Florida, like warm rain. It's too hot. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I don't, you know, I like the sun. I like getting out there, catching the rays and whatever. But no, that was just hot. It's all right if you're driving along because you can just run your air conditioning. But when you're outside trying to pump this stuff off and everything, it's like, ugh. And then you're looking at a tank that's reflecting because of the aluminium or aluminum. But the aluminium, it just reflects that in your face. So you're walking, you know, you're working around a trailer that's bouncing heat back off at you. But yeah, I think it's going to be the same tomorrow. Yeah, they say it funny over here, Toga. They don't speak King's English. They say aluminum. Aluminum. I like to take the mic. But no, it's aluminium. That's the proper way to say it. Unfortunately, the Americans bastardized King's English or Queen's English at the time. They make up funny words. Yeah. But somebody was telling me that when I was up there at that workshop, because I was going to see if they could do a quarterly inspection on my truck rather than me doing it in Atlanta. Hungary. Oh, no, I shouldn't be reading that actually because I'm talking. Yeah, he said to me, he said, you're not from here, are you? And I normally just say, no, I'm from Georgia. But then they always say, no, you're not from Georgia either. Because it's just naturally, I just say I'm from Georgia. But it's no, I'm from England. Sometimes they class me as an Aussie, which is weird. Because I'm not an Aussie, obviously. Okay, Robert, have you calmed down now, Robert? Your girl's blouse, whatever you're going off on one about. So what channels have you been going on then, Robert? Are you still on like that? What's that kiddie's name? Reverend, is it Reverend something? Am I wrong? Maybe I'm right. I don't know. The guy with the beard. He's obviously not really a reverend, but he's a truck driver, isn't he, in England? I think he is. Call me as. Yeah. No, whenever they call me an Aussie, I just remind them, no, that's where we dumped everybody. So, no, I'm not an Aussie. So, big up Paul Hogan. Not. So, Robert, are you still going into like Europe and stuff for the old truck driving? Is England getting really that bad though? I rely on you guys when I listen to like Jamie. When you get a lot of people getting in depth about a discussion about England. I mean, is England really that getting that bad to be there or whatever? You know, I mean, because I haven't seen England for 10 years, so I don't. It's no doubt has changed in many ways in 10 years. You know, Christ, when I left, I think when I left, there was a Tory government. I think was it a Tory government? No, it's Labour. I'd imagine a lot of the building and stuff out has really changed. You know, 25 or 80. I would say it was 25, like temps, because that's obviously the way we do it in England. You know, but I am coming back there for. I'm not sure when yet because of Twin coming here first. But like I said, we'll be flipping between the US and UK. But it'll be good to go back there and eat proper food, proper British food. Can't touch a drink, but at least I can have British food. That would be great. Proper cod and chips. God, you don't know what it's like not to be able to have proper cod and chips for 10 years. It's really sad, actually, but hell. Yeah, there's lots of food stuff like British food that I miss. I miss it badly, you know. Yeah, appreciate you coming in, Vlogs, and yeah, keep going with the job, the work you're doing. Good to see you doing it. There's one driver going. Oh, he's a contractor. Okay, I thought it was just me here. I don't know with that Hungary. I'm sure it's a bit more difficult now because it's like, well, it is. Is England a part of the? I know it's obviously jumped out of the EU, but I mean, is it still slightly connected in a way or stuff? I mean, does it change the way that you move around Europe from England? Did that change or anything? I don't know. I know I got a notification today from immigration that because I'm going through this thing now, I've got a, what did they say? No, they couldn't have said I've got to stay here for the minute. No, I need to reread that. Yeah, I need to reread that thing. But it's supposed to take like 7 months, this up to 7 months with citizenship interviews and stuff like that. But it should be quicker. I've been told by a couple of people that they quote this long thing, but it's really quite quick. It's like 3 months, which I'm still good anyway. I mean, because it says on there once you start applying for the citizenship, your green card is automatically extended anyway, just indefinitely while they're going through the stuff. So I thought it was just going to be up, which is like July next year, but yeah, because that inflation in Turkey is crazy, isn't it? Crazy high. It's something stupid, isn't it? If I remember rightly, it's not like the few percent it is here. I'm sure Turkey's like in some silly figures. I don't know about that interview. Oh, if you're talking about mine, I've got to do after like you've got to explain, I suppose, after 9 years of have you come in under false pretenses. I mean, some of the questions I had to answer are unbelievable. Are you a terrorist? Would you hurt this country and stuff? I mean, like, you're going to put like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Some of the questions is just I can't believe they would even put that on there, and they could expect you to, put on there honestly. Have you ever shot somebody? Or it was just crazy stuff. I'm thinking, God, this is ridiculous. Why would you ask? Um, Robert, what is wrong with you, you miserable old git? God damn. Wow, 100%. That's crazy. Yeah, so anybody who's thinking you got crazy inflation, no, go to Turkey. It's over 100%, the inflation rate. That's mental. That's absolutely mental. And it's been like that for a few years, isn't it? It's not like as if it's not like Erdogan's even doing anything to try and get it down. Or the central bank they're just not doing anything sensible to trying to get it down. It's all just accepted. God, could you imagine in England or America over 100% inflation rate? That's insane. I think Venezuela is like that as well. I think it's some crazy rate, if it serves me right. Damn. Yeah, but yeah, because you're into like finances and stuff, though, aren't you? So yours is a different kettle of fish. But I mean, like the normal everyday thing. Argentina. Yeah, because I mean, last time Argentina went crazy like that, that's when they did that bloody attack on the Falklands, wasn't it? Because they were trying to divert from how bad things were getting. So maybe maybe the Falklands might kick off again. That wouldn't be good. Just seems to be all these war things all over around the world. It's crazy. Yeah, I think most of these things. I mean, like even here, people were like, well, when I say people are still struggling. Because they're overcommitted to different things. Because there's a certain, I don't know, America's more like the way of life where they got to have that boat, they got to have those two cars, they got to have this, they got to have that. I mean, the average person, they're up to the neck in it. And once those rates go the wrong way, and it's hitting them on all fours. You know, the house, the car payments, the everything else going on. It's crazy. And so they start losing everything. And I would not want to be living like that, you know, if where you're just living, God, paycheck to paycheck. It's, you know, yeah, see, that's the thing, the default and the credit stuff. Because that's what I think I've read about here. I think a lot of people are starting to buy like your normal groceries and stuff on credit cards. So that's so hypothetically speaking, that $100 food bill is really going to be like 100 and something by the time the interest has got piled on. So you're just getting further and further into debt. I don't know how they get over it. Then they start going bankrupt and things like that. I mean, it's all because like Velox was in here. Velox does, you know, I mean, he obviously does like tow truck stuff, but certain people he's contracted to and whatever, you know, is entwined into that sort of credit market and stuff like that, you know. I know he took a lot of flack for it, but I mean, heck, you know, it's a business. It's a, unfortunately, it's a job that he wanted to get out of trucking, which, because obviously he's got a family and stuff like that, and most people want to be able to go home, you know, and see their family and things. But yeah, he changed. That must have been about two. I would say probably about 2 years ago, actually. 2 years must be about 2 years ago, because he was living in Cali, and then he's moved to Tennessee, because Cali has really gone crazy, crazy expensive and stuff. I don't go to Cali though, because Cali's not trucker friendly. So I don't want to go somewhere where it's going to be a problem, you know. Yeah, but it's what I'm saying. But the majority of people, unfortunately, they're in a different situation. You know, they can't do that. They might have, you know, they're committed to too much other stuff. You know, physical. Yeah, well, whatever is raising up current. Yeah, yeah, because obviously, unfortunately, you're going to have winners and losers and that sort of thing, isn't it? Like your mindset's going to be different than the next guy. You know, and that's how the world goes round, isn't it? Some win, some don't. That's just evolution. I'm surprised that we haven't had a proper full-blown recession here, because the vid, um, I think the vid was the one that sort of like pushed it aside. We were due for a recession then, but then the vid came in and just sort of postponed that one. But it's unfortunately you have to have a recession to have growth. You know, that's how it works. You can't just have perpetual growth. You know, so we are definitely due one. Same like house prices. Your house prices are crazy. Talk about overinflated. They're a bubble ready to go off. You know, it doesn't make any sense. Some of these houses, you look at them, because obviously I don't know what it's like in Turkey. I don't know what it's. I'm not quite sure what in England, but here it discloses everything, like what the house went for X amount of time ago. It shows you like the last 10 years, and you can see houses going that were like 100 grand, now suddenly they're like 300 or 400 grand. It just doesn't make any sense. But it's just a matter of waiting for something to change. You know, we got this, obviously, this presidential thing, so let's see where that goes in November. Yeah, that's what I said. You know, like they say here that we're not, but you drive around this country and you can see things ain't right, and you can tell. Um, you know, all the big truck companies like this one. we have a van division. Well, if that van division is slowed or stuff, you know that's because stuff isn't being sold or stuff isn't being manufactured or whatever, you know. So it's like a barometer of what's going on around you. But it's setting yourself up to be in the right place at the right time, and it's. I'm happy I'm not a van driver, you know, because what we do is a niche market, and it's pretty much recession proof in every way and form, you know. And with things that I'm doing, I've just accelerated a lot of stuff. So I'm happy, very happy for many reasons. Yeah, because it's not. I mean, you can always see it coming. You got to pre-plan stuff. You know, it's not. It's not like it suddenly happened overnight here. You know, you can work. You know, you can work the cycle out. Because the last big one here was 2008, 2009, something like that. And that was crazy. They had like soup kitchens in the big stadiums and stuff like that. It was mental. Um, and that's the last big one. That's when houses were going, you know, massive foreclosures, bank problems, everything. And since then, nothing, because, you know, like I say, different things pushed it out. So it's not, I don't think it's right, you know. I know it's not right. But we shall see. I think, like I said, once the election is over and they've worked out who the president's going to be, which I don't know it's going to be. I thought I knew until Biden jumped out. Then it's gone a bit weird, you know. No, to come to the US, you've got to have to live in the US. You know, you've got to either have somebody like me to sponsor you and all the other sort of stuff. That it's not, you just can't walk in here. Like when I came for had to do my green card, I couldn't work legally in any way or form for 6 months. I just had to. You had to prove to the government that you didn't need their money, didn't need support in any way or form or whatever. You just sat there, you know. And I didn't, but I didn't need anything because I had a business in England. But the normal person, yeah, you've got to. So in respect with that, yes, you'd have to have capital, something to yeah, dinghy. Have you ever been across the Atlantic Ocean? Yeah, that would be a bit crazy in a dinghy. Um, yeah, watch my truck. Yeah, you came in the wrong way, really. You should have gone the other way. That would have made more sense. Because now you're facing the wrong way. We got to back up into the rest of those places. Um, so yeah, Isaac, yeah. So thinking about that, yes, you'd have to have capital because you'd need something to survive for 6 months. So, and with the cost of living here, and oh yeah, I suppose the cost of living, the rent, stuff, you would probably need to have, I don't know, 30 or 40 grand. I would have thought something like that if you were in rented, food, clothing, bills. Yeah, and you'd have to get a visa if you're intending to stay here, you know, work-wise, something like that. Um, yeah, you'd probably need a chunk because they're all starting to do it. I think Australia does the same. Um, New Zealand does the same, I think. Yeah, six months is the normal stand down time that you can't do anything. They want to just make sure that you haven't come here and then suddenly you're signing on for whatever their unemployment system is. I can't, what's it bloody called? Like welfare, you know? You can't have anything. And you got to be able to pay for your own healthcare, you know? or you've got to marry an American, something like that. But it's very. I mean, you think about the immigrant. I can't remember what the figures are. It's probably absolutely something crazy of how many people try to get into the US. I know you think like that you've got a major problem in England, which yeah, you know if it's true that there's supposed to be 1 million people they're going to let in every year, that is a big problem. But you've got to look at how big this country is. Hey, Chris. Um, yeah, it's you know there's a problem here with immigration, illegal immigration, not immigration itself, because I came illegally. I knew what the system was, and that's what I had to go through, and that was sitting on your bum for 6 months, which was good at the time because at the time I would have a few drinks or something like that, and I'd cut the lawns, and you could just have a bit of a life of Riley, but yeah, it's a bit different nowadays. But I think sort of England, I don't know, because it's sometimes it's better the devil you know as such, just the terminology. But it's like I don't know if you. I mean, I've been over here, like I said, 10 years, so I've got used to. Well, before that, I was still traveling between here and England because I had a business in England and I was coming here, I think. So, what's that? Oh, right, yeah, over immigration. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. They're going to start coming down harder, I think on a lot of that stuff because it's the problem is that like with illegal immigration is because it's like we're all moving everywhere around the world, aren't we? So it's you don't really have a country as such that is pure in it as such, and I'm not knocking anything. I'm not getting involved with that stuff. Um, right. I always thought because it's like when I came here though, Chris, I knew what the legal system was. Like everybody knows when you go to a country about what the legal system is. And to me, if you're not going to follow it from day one, you're not ever going to follow it, you know? So I've always had an issue with illegal immigration coming here because I knew like they know what the system is to go through. And if America doesn't want you, then it doesn't want you. But here, I mean, like if you do like I do, tanker drivers, you're always going to have a job because of what we haul. I mean, it's not there's not just Schneider here. There's big ones as well. Other big ones like QC, Henef, God, CAG, everybody. There's some real big ones. Yeah, because you can come here, Tolga. Like you can go to any country and you can make it as long as you got the. I know, like Snorlord says about it. As long as you got the mindset and stuff like that, you will do it. I knew when I signed up for this truck. I knew what was going to be involved for the next 4 years. You just have to look at a bigger picture. You can't just look at something short term. You've got to look at it way longer. Well, trucks is you got to remember, America. So much trucks are used in this country. Like 70% of everything is moved by trucks. I mean, you see these big, huge trains that are like a couple of miles long or whatever, hauling stuff, which is fine, but they can only take it on the tracks. They can't take it up to your front door and stuff like this. So, but that's why there's always going to be this market, transport market with trucks. Because they're never going to get past that because this country is too vast, and they can't just put train tracks all over the place because, like I said, this country is just huge. It's not like England or a European country or something like that. It's this place is huge. So you got to have some sort of infrastructure for it, you know. But yeah, some of the trains you see you go out to like Texas, you'll see some of the longest trains you've ever seen. They're crazy. They'll have locomotives galore. They'll have like 4 at the front, couple in the middle, and a couple on the back, just for like brakes and stuff. Because you're talking thousands and thousands of tons of stuff being moved, you know. Yeah, we dealt with one derailment in Ohio. Tanker one went over, a big load of tanks derailed, and whoever, I'm trying to think who got involved. It would have been FEMA. Would it have been FEMA? I don't know, but we and others were just hauling that stuff back to pumping out the train, stuff like that, or hauling it from that train derailment and taking it down to Texas to be incinerated and burnt up and everything. You know, just because it was contaminated. I think that was a hell of a one. That was God, you're talking a few $100 million involved in that derailment. It's not. It wasn't too far from here because we're not too far from the Pennsylvania-Ohio border, and that one I think was bloody hell. Where was that one? I can't think of the name of it, but there was that big one in Ohio. But it's all, you know, they've got to try and maintain the infrastructure here somehow, and that's why you'll see on screens at times, if I'm driving past somewhere, you'll see so much infrastructure where it's a perpetual thing in this country, especially that like ones like Michigan and stuff like that. It's crazy what they're doing there, because but those roads were absolutely busted up, you know. Bridges, things like that, you know. I'll carry on for about I've seen many years trains. Yeah, but the cars and the stuff that get us on train tracks, you need to look at why they're stuck on the train track, because they do stupid stuff. Or the legs on the truck are down too low, so they get caught up on the rails. It's generally people just jump in the lights. And a train, when a train of thousands of tons, you just can't stop it like that. You can't just put your foot on the brake and suddenly it stops. It takes such a distance to stop, you know. But I'm going to go for another 5 minutes because I am actually going to go in and do some washing and stuff. And I might do something light to eat, I think, because I've not eaten today. God, I just remembered that I've not eaten today. I don't eat when it's hot because I can't. I just don't like eating food when it's hot. I just live on fluids, you know, like Gatorades or the equivalent, water, tons of water. No, I was gonna have a steak earlier. I've got steaks because I'm trying to just stick on this carnivore thing. Um, I just feel a lot more better for it. It's all like organic stuff or grass-fed stuff. I don't. I'm always watching what I'm eating, you know. Yeah, good to see you, Tolga. Appreciate you coming in. But keep watching as well, Tolga, because you're going to see some diverse stuff. It's not just going to be this. It's going to be a lot more involved because of this, because of Twin. It's getting dark quick. Yeah, because she is funny. Twin is funny. I don't think it'll be. It's going to be a giggle, you know. She's got a very dry, yeah, I'd say a dry sense of humor. Oh, there's always thunderstorms here. I've had some on videos like on JJ's channel stuff like that. It's fascinating to watch some of the major thunderstorms here. You know, it's quite a show to watch them. And sooner or later, there's going to be some more because it's too warm at night. It needs a big storm. Rather than like this morning in Michigan where it rained for about 5 minutes, but it was warm rain, and then it just suddenly stopped, and then the heat comes out. You'll start seeing more tornadoes and stuff like that as well. Hurricanes. It just depends how long this heat wave carries on going, because it's been going on for a long time so far. It feels like it's been going on for a long time, you know. But yeah, that one that was on JJ's channel, that was crazy. Drunken streets. It's gonna be fun. I've stopped drinking. I stopped drinking June the 1st. I've not had a drink, and I don't even bother about it now. It's just gone, just out of my mind, out of everything. I just don't bother now. Um, yeah, and I thanks to Twin for that one, for definite. So I don't drink because it was just getting crazy, you know. So I don't even just have like a half anymore or anything like that. I just don't drink anymore. No, yeah, I can't drink. There was just too many things. I just got triggered, you know. Too many different problems. And then I lost my brother. That's the one that really just messed me up completely. 42 years old. That is, that was the end of the anniversary. Well, when I say anniversary, that's just a horror. That it was a year ago, basically a year ago on the 13th of this month. I got that dreadful message in the morning from my other brother to say that David had passed. You could have smacked me in the face with a bloody, I don't know what. That just killed me. But I think once you've gone past the first year, it's easier because you've gone past the first Christmas without him, the first birthday without him, the first Easter and stuff like that. It's now you're just dealing with it. And I didn't think I'd be able to smile, laugh, or anything, but somehow you just deal with it, you know. And like I say, it helps actually having a decent woman around you. It really does, trust me. Because I thought it was just going to be, I was just going to be in this perpetual funk, just this depression, which was horrible. So I don't, yeah, because I was doing it on James's channel and stuff. I just couldn't keep it together, you know. And I was getting on lives and stuff like that, but no, it all changed. It all changed this year, so. But always look after yourself, you know. I mean, even though David did look after himself, he wasn't, you know, he was a healthy bloke. But you just got to look after yourself nowadays. You really have, because you never know what's around the corner. Anything you've got to, you know, we get one shot at life. You absolutely got to make it count, because you don't know. As it could be tomorrow, it could be the next day, and whatever. It could be just gone, you know. And try not to fall out with family or whatever, because That's not a good one. That is certainly not a good one. Guilt is a terrible thing. Absolutely one of the worst things you can deal with. Because you add that to depression and things that it's just silly. It just makes you go crazy. 39, wow. Yeah, my brother didn't really get a fair stab at life, you know. He was just in a horrible situation. I don't know what. I mean, he had. Well, I'm not going to go into the health thing, but I mean, there was an hereditary thing. But I don't think the situation he was in really helped at all. I know it didn't help at all, actually. So yeah, don't fall out with your family, and just do what you can, you know. JD. Oh, yeah, 39. I mean, Christ, we leave school and stuff at like 17, 18. I mean, you've hardly lived, have you? Because it's weird, because when you're at school, you always think, God, I want to hurry up and get out of school. I want to do this. And then suddenly you hit 18. God, I want to be 21. Suddenly you hit 21. God, I wish I was 30. You hit 30. It's like, oh, I wish this would slow down, you know? But it doesn't. It speeds up. Every year gets quicker. It really does. And that's why I say, if you don't want no regrets in life or anything like that. You just want to be the best you can be, you know? And if you're around the right people, you will absolutely be the best you can be. It just builds you, you know? I can speak on facts on that one. Because I've even had people say that I'm a lot more happier now, stuff out, because I am, because of the situation I'm in now. Definitely happier. 1,000,000%, actually. And I can laugh and stuff like that, you know? Wow, prison for murder. I had a friend actually that when we were kids, I mean, we all got on well. This is when I was with my mates in Milford-on-Sea, which is down, where is it? Like Leamington, so it's Hampshire, right down on the coast. And his name was Brit, and I remember he didn't get on with his mother's boyfriend. I mean, there was always this thing of, you just sort of always arguing and stuff like that. But from what I understand, he ended up in prison, went down for attempted murder, tried killing um, the mother's boyfriend. It's like crazy. Mate, where are you going? Let me just put my lights on so you can see me, because I don't want him to crash into me. So, no, I don't think he knows where he's going. Oh no, he's found a spot. Yep, back in there, chum. Um, I don't know. You lost me on that one as well, Ice. Why? Anyway, chaps, I'm going to call it quits for a minute, because I want to go and do some washing and stuff before it gets too late. I got to watch some more Breaking Bad on Netflix. um, but I do appreciate your eyes, Tolga, and everybody else that's come in tonight. I do appreciate it. I just do live sometimes just because if it's quiet, it just means it's somewhere where people can have a chat amongst themselves and whatever, you know. It's just one of those things. So, Rig Pig, hello. Just about to go though, so you'll have to watch out for another night because I will do some more of these because just sometimes it's just good to have a handful of people you can just have a normal chat and whatever. As far as having a chat like this is, you know. But there's been some good people coming here tonight. Yeah. So with that being said, everybody stay safe, whatever time it is, wherever you are in the world. So, and I'll see you on the next one. Laters.